Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be looking on some mixed decimal questions. So if you're in grade 7, 8 or 9, this is a lovely revision exercise for you. So the first question here that says we should round off the following numbers. We should round them off to 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places. So we're going to start off with 1 decimal place. So for 1 decimal place, we should ensure that there's at least 1 digit only after the decimal point. So here, my first digit, my target number would be 0. So here I underline my 0. When I look to the right of my 0, I see the number 5. So once it is 5 or more, I am going to add 1 to my target number. So when I add 1 to 0, I get 1. So the answer would be 52.1. For my second number, I have here 0.8959. Again, I'm focusing on 1 decimal place. I just need 1 number after my decimal point. So the 8 is my target number. When I look to the right of my 8, I realize that I have the number 9. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and add 1 to 8. And when I add 8 plus 1, I get 9. So my answer is 0.9. The third number, here I have 21.6321. My target number is 6. When I look to the right of my target number, I see the number 3. It is less than 5, so I'm just going to allow my answer to remain as it is. I'm not going to add anything and I'm not going to make it any smaller. So now I have 21.6. When you look at these answers, you should observe that there's only 1 digit after the decimal point. You don't have more than 1 digit because it says 1 decimal place. We're going to continue with the next column on the table, and it says 2 decimal place. So what do you think we're going to do now? Yes, we are going to ensure that our answer has 2 numbers after the decimal point. We're going to identify our target number, and we're going to ensure that the number to the right of the target number, if it is 5 or more, we add 1, and if it is less, we allow it to remain as it is. So here we have 52.056. So the second number would have been 5. So therefore my target number would be 5 here, and when I look to the right of 5, I see 6. So I'm going to add 1 to the 5 and I'm going to get 6. So now I have 52.06. The second question here, my target number is 9. That's the second number after the decimal point. When I look to the right, I see 5. So I'm going to add 1 to the 9 and I'm going to get 10. So if I get 10, I put 0 here and I carry the 1. So now I have 8 plus 1 and I'm going to get 9. So I have here 0.9, but remember I need 2 digits after the decimal point, so I'm just going to add a 0 for a space holder. So you cannot have 0.9 for 1 decimal place and 0.9 for 2 decimal places. That is incorrect. The third one, we have 21.6321. My target number is 3. When I look to the right of that number, I see the number 2. It is less than 5, so I'm just going to let it remain as it is. So here I have 21.63. For the third column, they're asking us to focus on 3 decimal places. So we're going to ensure that we have at least 3 numbers only after the decimal point. So 3 decimal places, we're going to focus on that. So for number 1, the third number after the decimal point would have been 6. There's no number to the right, so we're just going to write this back as it is because it's already in 3 decimal places. The second number, the third number is 5. When I look to the right of 5, I see 6. So I'm going to add 1 to the 5, and here I have 0.896. And for the third number, my target number is 2. When I look to the right, I only see 1. It is less than 5. So I'm just going to write back the number as it is, and I'm not going to write the number 1. So that is the answer for the table. So you want to ensure that you identify your target number. Always look to the right. Focus on the amount of decimal places that you should have. If it is 1 decimal place, 1 digit after the decimal point. 2 decimal places, 2 digits after the decimal point. 3 decimal places, 3 digits after the decimal point. 4 decimal places, and so on, the amount of digits after the decimal point. For the next question, it states that we should arrange the numbers in ascending order. So the first thing you're going to do, you're just going to highlight ascending order and make a note that they're talking about the smallest number to the largest number. So you want to identify that first. So these are digits. One method you can use, you can just write them out by using the decimal point as the guide. You write them below the decimal point below each other so that it will help you with its place value. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so for the digits that we have here, we're gonna identify the smallest number. So here the smallest digit for the ones place would have been 3, but we have 2 of them. So say we have 42 cents and we have 40 cents, which would have been the smallest. 40 cents would have been the smallest, so therefore this would have been the first number that we're going to write. So it would have been 3.4, and the next number in line would be 3.42. So 3.4 is smaller than 3.42 because 40 cents is smaller than 42 cents. So we're finished with the 3's. Now we have 2 4's. So here we have 4.21 or $4.21, $4.12, which would have been the smallest. $4.12 would have been the smallest, so that would be next in line. And the next number would be 4.21. And the last number that is standing is 5, which would have been 5, which is a whole number, or $5. So $5 is larger than $3, $4, so we put that number last. The second one, we're still working with ascending order, smallest to largest. We are going to do the same thing by writing out the numbers in their place value by using the decimal point as a guide. Digit under digit, decimal point below decimal point. And remember, when you see a number by itself without a decimal point, it is a whole number, and we can just add zeros for its place value. So the smallest number, we have 6, which would have been the smallest ones. So we have 6.18 and we have 6, just $6. So let us use example, we're working with money. So $6 would have been smaller than $6.18. So we're gonna put $6 here, and then 6.18. So we're just gonna cross that out. The next digit in line after 6 would have been 8 because 8 is smaller than 9. We have 8.11, 8.01. So $8.01 would have been smaller than $8.11. So 8.01 would have been the next digit. And the next one is 8.1. The next question we're going to look at is number 3, and it is asking us to arrange the following numbers in descending order. So we're going to arrange them from the largest to the smallest. We're just going to go ahead and arrange our numbers in place value. So we have 2.11, 2.02, 2.13, and 2.43. So with this question, all the numbers are actually starting with the number 2. So we cannot use 2 to identify if they are smaller or larger. So we have to move on now to the decimal section or to the cent section. So you have $2.11, $2.02, $2.13, $2.43. Which one is the largest? So here I have 1011. So the largest digit would have been 4. So therefore 2.43 would be the largest number. Then I have 1 here, so then I have 13 and I have 11. So $2.13 would have been next in line, and the next one would be $2.11, and the last one would be $2.02. So that's it for A. And for the next one, we're just gonna do the same thing. 5.32, 5.1, 5.11, 5.33. So what we're going to do here, we are going to identify our digits as it relates to place value. So 5, they're all the same, so we cannot use the one space to identify which is the largest. We're going to put a 0 here for space holder. So we have 32 cents, 10 cents, 11 cents, 33 cents. So the largest would have been 33 cents. So here we have 5.33, cross that out. The next one in line would be 5.32. And then the next one in line would have 1. And here we have 5 point. Descending order from the largest to the smallest. Okay, so for this question, you have to read carefully and you have to show all working out. So it is saying that Jasmine has a ribbon that is 12.6 meters long. Sharon has a ribbon that is 3.8 meters shorter. What is the total length of the two ribbons? So here we're just going to flesh it out. So for Jasmine, 12 meters. And for Sharon, she has 3.8 meters shorter. So we need to find out the length of Sharon's ribbon. So if it is 3.8 meters shorter, we need to find out the length by taking away 3.8 from 12. So we're 3.8 from 12.6. Let me make the correction here. So I'm going to have here 12.6, 3.8 minus, and I'm going to work that out. And I'm expected to show all working out. So 8 from 6 I can't, so I'm going to borrow. So I take 1 here, put the 1 here. 8 from 16 I'm left with 8, put back my decimal point. 3 from 1 I can't. So hence I'm going to have 3 from 11 and I'm left with 8. So the 8.8 would have been the length of Sharon's ribbon. Now it is asking us for the total length of the two ribbons. So for Jasmine, we have 12.6, and for Sharon, we have 8.8. And when we talk about total, they mean the sum. So we just add up both of them. So here we have 8 and 6, that is 14. 4 and carry the 1, put back our decimal point. So here we're going to have 8 plus 2, that's 10, plus 1, that is 11. Bring our 1. So here we have 21.4 meters. So this is our final answer. You have to show working out in order to get full marks. So this would be 2 marks. This would have been 2 marks. And when you combine them together, you would get 4 marks. The next question states the sum of two numbers are 54.30. One of the number is 28.25. What is the next number? So we're going to highlight what it's saying here. So the sum of two numbers are 54.30. So say for example, let one number equal to x and let the next number equal to y, for example. So x plus y is equal to 54.30. That is basically what it is saying. And they say that one number is 28.25. So let us say that x is equal to 28.2. They're saying what is the next number. So if x is 28.25 plus y is equal to 54.30, they're simply asking us to find the answer for y. So since we're adding on this side, the best way in order to get our answer is to take away. So we're going to take away the smallest number from the largest number. So I'm going to show my working out by writing it out in place value. Now I'm going to take away 5 from 0, I can't. Take 1, left with 2. 5 from 10, I'm left with 5. 2 from 2, I'm left with 0. Put back my decimal point. 8 from 4, I can't. Take 1. I have 8 from 14, I'm left with 6. And 2 from 4 is 2. So the answer is 26.02. It is only 2 marks. So you just go ahead and get your 2 marks once you have completed it correctly. The next question says, find the sum of the numbers 4.567, 3, 21.22, and 3.6. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to write them out in their place value. So here I have 4.567. Please ensure that you write your digits below each other. 3 is a whole number and it is ones. In the ones place, I'm going to put my 3 here. Put my decimal point here and I'm going to add some zeros for space holder. The 3 by itself cannot automatically turn a decimal number when it is not written as a decimal. It is written as 3. That means the value is 3 ones. So we put it in the ones place. The next number is 21.22. So 2 in the tens place, 1 in the ones place. Then we have 2. Add a 0 for space holder. The next number is 3.6. I'm going to just go ahead and write it out. And they all remain in their place value. Very important. Once you have done this, you have gotten 1 mark so far. So we're just going to go up and add. You're going to double check, make sure that you're adding properly. 6 plus 2, that is 8. So we have 6 plus 2 plus 5, that should give you 13. Put your 3 and carry your 1. 3 and 3, 6. Plus 1, that is 7. Plus 1, that is 8. Plus 4, that is 12. So you put your 2 here and you carry your 1. So 2 and 1, you have 3. So your answer is 32.381. So total marks is 3. So you're going to have 3 once you have completed everything correctly. Okay, so far are you understanding the content so far? Once you understand, remember, feel free to go ahead and subscribe. Click the subscribe button. Go ahead and ensure that you comment. Let me know if you would want me to go through a specific area in decimals, and I can do another video by tomorrow in order to assist you. The next questions here say divide 10.47 by 0.03. So what I'm going to do, I have to ensure that I change my numbers to whole number. So here, once my number, whatever amount of time I'm going to move the decimal point for the divisor, I have to do so for the next number. So in order to get 3 to be a whole number, I'll have to move the decimal point 2 places. So this is 1, 2. And in order to do it here, I have to move it 2 places. So here it is 1, 2. So now I have 3 here, and I'm going to divide that into 10.47. So that is 1047. It's not anymore 10.47. If it is 4 marks, once they say show working out, you are going to use the long division method. So 3 into 10 goes 3 times. 3 times 3, that is 9. So you're going to take away 9 from 10. 9 from 10, you're left with 1. You're going to bring down your 4. 3 into 14 goes 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. We're going to take that away. 12 from 14, you're left with 2. We're going to bring down our 7. 3 into 27 goes 9 times. 3 times 9, that is 27. 27 from 27, you're left with 0, so you have no remainder. So your answer is 349. And just a reminder, the decimal point would have been here, but because we don't have any other digit, we can just leave it as a whole number because it is a whole number, because there's no remainder, so we don't need to write the decimal point in the answer. Just to clarify, so you don't put the decimal point in front of the 3. Remember, you have already moved it 2 places and it would have been to the back of the number or the end of the number. So, hooray! We're at the last question. The last question for today says, find the product of 94.2 and 0.53. When we look at it, the word product, what does the word product mean? I am going to give you a minute to respond in the chat by telling us, or respond in the comment area by telling us what does the word product mean. Come on, quickly, giving you a minute. Alright, yes, the word product means multiply. You are going to multiply. And in order for you to multiply, you need to ensure that you know your timetable. So here we have 94.0.53. So you are not going to make any changes. Let me just erase this based on how I'm writing it out. You are not going to make any changes to your number. You are going to write it as it is. So we are going to go ahead and multiply. Before we do so, this number, it has 1 decimal place. The next number, it has 2 decimal places. Therefore, our answer will have 2 plus 1, 3 decimal places. So we're going to just go ahead and do our multiplication. So here we're going to say that 3 times 2, that is 6. So I'm going to write my number 6 here. Then it says 3 times 4, that is 12. 2, and you're going to carry your 1. And 3 times 9, that is 27 plus 1, and you're going to get 28. So I have 2826. I want to move on to my next digit to multiply, which is 5. Before I do so, I add a 0 for space holder. So 5 times 2 or 2 times 5, that is 10, 0, carry the 1. 5 times 4, that is 20 plus 1, that is 21. 5 times 9, that is 45, plus 2, that is 47. And if you look to see how all my numbers are written below each other to maintain their place value, I cannot just put them where they are, because at the end I need to add in order to get my final answer. 6 plus 0 is 6, 2 plus 0 is 2, 8 plus 1 is 9, 7 plus 2, that is 9. There's nothing to add with 4, so we get 4 here. Remember that our answer will be 3 decimal places. So let us count from here. So that is 1, 2, 3. So this is where decimal point would be. So the answer for this question is 49.926. You don't need to multiply by the 0 here, because remember, you would just get back 0. What is important is maintaining where you should put your place value, and have an understanding that when you multiply, you have to ensure that place value is important, especially when you're multiplying by more than 1 digit, in order to get your final answer. So remember, go ahead and subscribe, share with another friend who is preparing for their exam. If you find that this content is easy and you do understand, feel free to share with others.